It was whoever rated. The shout out clip comes from whoever reads. So, as for who was in the clip itself, I'm not super familiar with your community, so I can't tell you, unfortunately. It would just be like one of their clips from their channel. So, J Bam Bam, when you're hosting a tournament, and there's a lot of different ways that people do things. They have different maps, they have different civ drafts, things like that. There's something called captain's mode, which is what you're looking at right now, and you can prepare a draft that people can pick from. I'll reset it real quick so you can see. So I made this draft, and then when people play the tournament sets, they will pick a side each, host and guest, and then the 7 maps are here, and then they both press ready, and then they would pick, ban, pick, ban, pick, ban, etc. until there's none left. Some people do it where you ban twice and then pick. Some people do it where you pick a home map and then ban. Some people do it where you ban, pick, and then full ban, etc. etc. There's different ways of doing it. But you can do this with civilizations as well. However, doing it with civilizations when we're doing a free-for-all is too difficult, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we use this format, which is randomized, and will give us a random order of maps for the players to play in. But man, what a fucking game one, honestly. Insane. Absolutely crazy. And yeah, we're going to move on to... And some tournaments don't have a draft at all, and they say you play Arabia game one, everyone gets a home map, and if you lose, then you play the home map. Like, completely down to the players, the host. Okay, we finally have a mirror matchup for the first time in the finals, and we're all the way up to the Division 3 before that happens. I need a new prediction. I'll do that in just a moment. But yeah, we get an LOL coming out of Gamer straight away as he spots the mirror matchup. I see the best Civ in the game, in my opinion. They are the coolest Civ. Oh, I need to turn this off. Which is Incas. I feel left out because Gamer isn't Incas. Let's each go clockwise, says Elavid. This could be the best fucking 1v1 mirror matchup ever. Tell me next time, and I'll do it too, probably. Now I look like shit. Imagine not being tempted to go Incas. Imagine not following the rules. They'll make me smack you. I will again. Dad gone, says Elavid. And we're going to change Fairywilde to yellow once more. Here are the workshops that I mentioned. You need to get control of these. Give you the Asian taste of victory, says our Singaporean Superman. With bedroom slipper. And so contesting these, as you can see, they are conveniently, or rather inconveniently, placed between each player's base. So you're going to want to keep control of as many as you can. Fairy's Eagle is dead, says Elavid. Wow. Immediately the chat comes out. Fairy, come on, man. And that means Fairy may struggle to find the sheep, but his sheep's scouting out here, so we'll get them. You can't build on this terrain either, by the way. So you see this, there's actually grey terrain under the rubble and under all of these walls. Same as on Land Madness, you cannot build on this terrain. It's unbuildable. Also, we did notice that a couple of players deleted their gates. Elavid needs to do that too. I will at the players. Spam, 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 spam. I'm going to spam the Discord a little bit. There you go. Thank you. Okay, there you go. Awesome. Sorry for spam. Just wanted to make sure he noticed, because it is in the rules. Otherwise, it's a bug map, and I don't want to try call a and stuff, because it'd be awkward. So, yeah, that's deleted. We'll go over the civs real briefly. We'll do Portuguese first, which Game is playing his favourite civ in the game. Portuguese get all of their units 20% cheaper cost in terms of gold. Their forages generate wood in addition to food, so I thought he might have saved these for one of the water maps, the Kawasan, like hybrid map, but he did not. They are very versatile civ. They get fully upgraded Arbalaster, they get hand cannons, they get Cavalier, they don't get Hussar, and their scams are fully upgraded as well, so pretty versatile civ. They don't get SO, Siege Ram, etc., etc., but good on water as well. Portuguese can also add feitories in the Imperial Age, which gives them a trickle of resources over time, which again is why I thought they'd be used on a map where you can't do that. Unlike this map where if you control a trade workshop, which Ferry will show us now, it changes to your colour, kind of like a King of the Hill game mode. If any of you have played King of the Hill in any video game ever, if you have the units there and your opponent doesn't, you get control of the thing, and it would give you a trickle of resources. If we look at all of the players' resources now, it's basically worth 3 villages. 3 villages in the Dark Age. See, Ferris is going up rather substantially because he owns 2 of them right now, uncontested. Elavid quite relaxed, sitting back here. I've got some militia fighting out here. The Incas, though, like I said, best civ in the game. They start with a llama, bonus 100 food, collect that. The military units cost less food, 10% in the Dark Age, going up by 5% each age, up to 25% cheaper food cost for the military units in the Imperial Age. So, pretty much free when you consider that you could get access to these workshops as well. Once you're in the Castle Age, your villagers get affected by blacksmith upgrades as well, which again makes them safer from raids, which is super important when, as we've discussed, you can only have 1 town centre. And the houses also support 10 population. So, you can put a house, and you get 10 pop instead of 5. So that's pretty nice. You're going to save about 50% there. Does Ferry have a workshop? Game says I don't know. Ferry says no, but your mum does got him. If you don't know, then he doesn't have one. If I'm Ferry, I stay quiet here. Don't even let them know. Just keep tight hold, right? It's like, Elavid, you took my one. What the hell? Bro, give me a mark. Oh, man, give me a mark, bro. And we do have a little bit of a disparity in the vill count. 25 vills for Elavid, 22 for Ferry, and then down at 19 for Gamer, who says, can I be aggressive now? And there has been some action that we've missed. It's a 1 KD each for Ferry and the top player 5, says Elavid. So you can be aggressive, just go be aggressive at the other guy. I mean, that's the thing now. Despite being the lowest elo, Ferry is technically winning. He's 1 point to 0-0, so you've got to be careful of... Oh, I didn't do a prediction. Fuck! I'm just going to be focused on. I'll do a prediction now, guys. It'll be a quick one, though. It'll be a quick one, so you better get ready to spend your money bites, because, boy, it's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. Gamer, Ferry, Elavid. We're going to do it for, like, 2 minutes. It's only a 2-minute gamba. Get your gamba going. Apologies. Fairywilde makes it to the feudal age just after Gamer. Gonna get access to archery ranges as well. Now, the Incas also get access to the unique unit, the Slinger, as well as Kamiyuks. But Slingers have insane bonus damage to infantry and also benefit from archer upgrades. So, Scout coming in. And Ferry never took this boar. And does he know about it? He does know about it. And Game says, I have found you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You need quicker walls than this, Ferry. But he panicked. He panicked. Yeah, you need to run because these vills are going to die. And he will attempt to run. Gamer has lost the northern workshop, though, during this raid. I mean, he's given what he got, in fairness. And Fairywilde swung first in game 1 and straight at Gamer. And Fairywilde now has a point over the other 2 players and is being swung back at, so... Elavid's still not up, though. But his eco's going to be great. He's going to have so much resources, you would think. Yeah, look at this. About 40 seconds left on the gamba, guys, if you want to get your votes in. Kill 3 vills. You're next, Elavid. I mean, yeah, Ferry done exactly the same. He killed 3 vills, then went over to Elavid and killed 3 vills. Gamer's killed 3 vills and is now going to go over to Elavid and try to do the same. Except Elavid's been given a warning. I also hate that Gamer is not using box formation for his scouts here. In a group of 5 or less. You can actually probably get away with 6, but 5 or less for small groups of military like this, you should be in box formation. Makes them easy to maneuver. They're not going to get, like, hit when they're reforming and stuff like that. We're going to get a range from Elavid as well. Double range from Elavid. Fairy still on the one. So we're going eagles, spears, and archers. Oh, Noah's Ark here for Fairywilde. They each come 2x2. Expansion to the north. It's a pretty safe little area the game has carved out for himself. He's got access to stone here, gold, woodlines, and some berries as well. And put a little gate here, which he's currently house-walled off. But there's a little gap, I think, for his stable units to evacuate from. We'll be clicking up to Castle Age shortly, and still hasn't had access to this workshop for quite a while. And Fairywilde is going to go for it as well. He probably thinks Elavid's defending this one on the right. Game is running around with scouts, so the one to the north is probably vulnerable. I can show KD. It should be 4 for Dylan, and then 1 each for the other two, yeah. Fairywilde, of course, lost his vills. He lost 4 vills to Gamer, and they traded 1 mil 3 unit each. Hello, Iron Chef. And a tower on the woodline for Elavid. We'll have the scouts distracted for but a moment. Why are you ignoring the workshops? I assume it doesn't feel like he needs them as much. Or maybe he just never realized that it was taken away from him. He could also suspect that there's spearmen over there. And being that he's running scouts. Yes. One vil, sad face. Sorry, Fairy. But now Fairy has both workshops. Has Elavid clicked up? I think he has. Yeah, it's behind that vil. He could scout them. Well, that's true. That is true. Yeah, there was a spearman from Gamer up there. Gonna do some scout, but he's picked off. Man, I wish he used box formation. It actually just upsets me looking at units like this. They just look messy. So unnecessary. Hang on, you took my workshop, Fairy. And Elavid is here to have a word about it. Eagles will tank at the front versus the archers, though. Nice natural pierce armor. But not Eagle Warrior yet. They are still just Eagle Scouts. Because we're in the... Excuse me, feudal. Yeah, I need to do a score command. Apologies. Red had it when I got here. That's true. I was taking it back. No, you weren't. Even made a house next to it. Kind of rude. I love it. Pit them against each other, man. This is what we want to see. We want to see the Diplo. We want to see the chatting. I don't think we'll see this at like, Div 1. But Div 3, there's a little bit of spare APM where they can chat to each other, and they all know each other as well. I mean, more so Gamer and Fairy and Gamer and Elavid. But Knights are here. Castle Age was in first for Dylan, and he will currently be the owner of 2 workshops now. Elavid is going to march on with, no doubt, crossbow is queued up in one of these ranges. It is not fletching first, because we should have already had that. So that's fair. And then crossbow, and then bodkin. Crossbow over bodkin, by the way, guys. They both give +1/+1, but crossbow gives +5 health as well. And then bracer over Arbalaster. Because Arb doesn't give any additional range. Monks out nice and early. They are cheap monks, they would cost 80 gold instead of 100. Big army numbers though, there's 10 knights running around the field, and Gamer's thinking, I only killed 1 of your those last time. I did promise Fairy I'd kill at least 3, and maybe he feels the need to return and deal with that. Crossbows could get caught out here. I don't think Bodkin's in yet, it is not. No Bodkin, no armor, no ballistics either. And I don't think that's a fight you need to run away from, Gamer. You have +1/+2. You have the upgrades that you could hope for. And was even in numbers pretty much against crossbows. That was such a good fight for the Portuguese there. Very surprised he opted to walk away from that. I'm very surprised. Trying to learn his lesson, potentially, from army throwing in the first game. But the workshop combat is stagnated for now. Village count will be discussed now that the dust is settled. It's 37, 40, 36. No worries, Sokol. Thank you very much for hanging out and again for playing in Division 3. Absolute legend. I'll see you soon. Sleep well. 20 knights +2/+2 will eat the TC very quickly. I think that might be a good idea, JR. Just harassing on the workshops. I don't think it's bad. And now this crossbow on a hill. Still without bodkin, still without ballistics. Elavid's food's looking a bit stretched thin, I guess. Can't really afford it. What a gold income, though. Now, Fairy fighting for the right-hand workshop because he lost the left one to Gamer. Elavid takes the north one, so they literally just rotated. That's pretty cool. Well, Eagle Scouts will not kill Knights. Eagle Warriors would do okay here. A little bit of bonus damage, but Gamer's going to give it up. I don't think he needed to. Eagle Scouts don't get the same amount of bonus damage, so it's only +2. Nice to heal the monks. There's a hole here. Oh, this walling is for naught. Cover the overchop. Tell everybody I'm on my way. Knight's still trickling out. There's 23 on the field. Do they have +2? Nope, still +1, +2. Defensive castle coming up for Elavid in a pretty decent spot. Inca stone buildings actually cost 15% less stone. So, considering this would normally cost 650 stone, to only be costing you, what are we talking? 560? Something like that. It's pretty good. It's 566, I think, something crazy. I'm not doing math right now. Another outpost from Elavid. Fairy is starting to bank up plenty of stone as well, and just about has enough for a castle. That deletes the farms. Puts the castle here. Pretty good spot as well. And Elavid, I'm going to tear up to reclaim the eastern workshop. Eagle Warrior is in though. You see they look a bit beefier. They have proper shields and stuff now. Or booklets, I guess, more than shields. And Elavid will claim that. He got that from a really far range away, I felt like. This is a scary Nightmask though. 26, and they've been getting healed up as well. They're all on full health except that one at the front. Look at the outpost though from Elavid. Like, look at his vision of the map right now. Bro can see so much. Maybe he's the clairvoyant. Quick walled the villain, but no, she died. He died. They died. Crossbow's gonna run back. Problem with knights is that Incas can make Kameyuks outside of their castles, and Kameyuk are really good against cavalry units. Potential dive. Realizes the castle's there, says, well, I'm going to go around the other side. Waited too long. I agree. I agree. A little too conservative. And Eagles. Elavid will be losing vision all over the place. Not wanting to throw the first haymaker this time. Every player kind of sitting pretty, ready and waiting. Elavid got the short straw in game 1. He was hit with the old double whammy. With the left, right. Except the second left was in his own face. When he went to try and kill Fairy and didn't quite manage it. I do like the use of eagles. They're good for raids. They're good for taking control of workshops. This one not protected right now. And Ferry again, like, yep, you know what? Outposts are good. They worked in my last game. I'm going to add some more in. And at this point, Gamers is going to click up to Imperial Age and use Cavalier, right? Or even BBCs. Or even Trebs. Who knows? Seeing how quick TCs died to trebuchets was 2 with chemistry on a hill. But wow, they're that quick. Okay, villages are vulnerable here on the berries. 3 will die, and the Eagles should take the retreat now, but they won't. They're going to potentially kill a 4th. I agree, I'm also somebody who underuses them, Zen, but this tournament has shown a real affinity for them being used. And look at this castle, it will cover the workshop. So this can still be taken, because the castle won't keep control of it, but anything that goes in there will be shot. And the castle for Gamers, again, going to be more conservative, holding the backside. Whereas Eco is Elavid, adding more outpost in as more are being taken down. Fairy currently with 2 workshops. Let's look at the total resources collected. We have to do it through the stats page. So, economy, total res collected. Gamer at the top with 23,000. Elavid just behind him, about to 23,000 as well. And then Fairywilde way down at 20. But, boy. Definitely a calm before the storm with this one. I almost feel like if you're going to start sniping TCs with trebs and stuff, then, man, you need to realize, like, once that last volley's fired, if the TC's going to die, you need to run your army to your own base, because as soon as that TC dies, the other person knows. And there hasn't been too much combat since the last 5-6 minutes. There's Imperial Age hits. A couple of relics have been coming in for Gamer as well. He's got 2. This will be his 3rd. Has Elavid grabbed some as well? I don't see any on the map. So, yeah, Elavid has 1. He must have another one in amongst hands somewhere. Eagles will spot the castle. They're going to be chunked down by crossbows as well. Defensive castle out front for Fairy. So that's 2 castles for every player right now. All with different approaches. 1 at the back for Gamer to defend his eco. And 1 on his TC. 1 forward next to the workshop for Elavid to defend his resources. And 1 at the TC. And then 1 on the TC for Fairy. And 1 forward for what looks like just map control. And this hill could be very important because it's centered of the map and will allow you to push both directions. Oh, that's going to be a converted villager. Now I shall build outpost. No, he's going to build a mining camp. Sniping both TCs at the same time is possible. Would need a couple of trebs though. Night diving on Ferry would be difficult. A lot of pikemen here. And 12 Kamuk in this castle as well. 15 pikes for Elavid also on the field. It's castle number 3 going to come down to the very far east. And I like this wall. This is a really smart wall. Now, obviously, it's still open because you can't wall here. But, man, that's a long way for the eco to run, the military to run. And it's walled here. So, going back out into that area will be tricky. Okay, Trebs will probably stand up on this hill. On the Fairywilde. Don't unpack them in the valley. I think this one's technically on a hill. I don't think this one is. So lower elevation, same elevation for this, higher elevation for this one. Okay, there's the last relic. This game is going to grab. Fairy does still have control over 2 workshops right now, so. Now this is scary. Oh, I'm very tired. Very tired. But actually, I'm actually not even that tired. But I've always had difficulty breathing through my nose. Always. So when I'm talking a lot, I tend to yawn because I haven't been breathing enough. But the fight breaks out. The Kamuks are going to go focus the Trebs. And look at them stack. I love Kamuks so much. Halberdier aren't going to match up against the Cavalier, though. And the Kamyuks were strong, and they done a very valiant job with only 12 of them, but without full upgrades. Running against Cavalier, they are gonna fall. And they are not elite as well, worth noting. That's one of the main reasons I don't have my cam on when I'm casting, is because I yawn a lot when I'm casting. But he gets all the trebs. Castle stays alive and he gets all the trebs. And a Fook comes out of Gamer. And you know what? Elavid ran in here with an eagle. 2 Fatorias. Fatoria! I'd have that gone in about 6 minutes, Mish. Now, you've got to be careful with these Fatoria because both of his opponents are playing Inkas, and Inkas do get redemption. So these can be converted. If Gamer is the first one to die, these are up for grabs. Let's see, 3rd castle going to be added in for Gamer. 4th for Elavid. Fortifying the positions are the plays for this one. The additional income has allowed for these fortifications to be built. Again, 15% cheaper for the Incas are stone buildings. Build count's about even. Gamer a little bit on the back foot there, but his hand cannons is going to be the switch. Now, Meso Civs suck against gunpowder. They absolutely suck against gunpowder because they don't get any cavalry outside of converting an enemy stable, which they're all under castles, so good luck. They can go scams, they all get bonuses to their scams, but then BBC is an option, and, well, blah, 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 blah. Eagles have a really good pierced armor, and hand cannons do pierced damage. But, despite having 10 pierce armor with full upgrades, because of, not Andean sling, fabric shields, the hand cannons still do 7 damage a shot, plus the bonus damage that they do to infantry, because these things are devastating, so they're still doing 17 damage anyway. Gamer's doing squats right now. Cavalier getting healed up again. Castle creep. Elavid with the walls. I like this, man. He's just taking them up slowly. This workshop will be fully protected soon. I do. I really like this. This straggler tree is bothersome. And Fairywilde will notice the walls going up here and say, that's interesting. Oh no. Elvis gonna, well, a random deer gets shot. Rip Bambi. But Gamer's gonna posture towards Elavid this time. 4 trebuchets is gonna be his play. Castle number 5 for Elavid. Even elite Eagle Warriors will struggle here. They'll melt the trebs if they're permitted to do so. They get 2, and from there are forced to retreat as another deer being shot down for absolutely no reason other than sport. Castle number 1 has fallen. That leaves 4 more. And Fairy's smelling something. He's saying, you know what? There's some action going on somewhere, and it's not here. And he's gonna come back. He sees the Cavalier. He's coming back. He says, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Deletes his walls to get the halberdier in. I like that. Smart play. Quick walls. Quick walls. Between the buildings would be good. Between the buildings would be good. Nope. But I think he bought enough time. The halberdier. The halberdier or halberdier. And it's just going to be an eco raid. But the forward push with the hand cannons and the trebs. The trebs have been sniped. The hand cannons are still going to hold. The military mass is so big for Gamer right now. He's got Cavalier looking to raid the left. He's got Cavalier raiding inside Fairywilde space, but they are going to be Halber killed by the Halberdier. They're a Halber here. Very Halber quickly. They are villagers, not slaves. Hello, Alba. Welcome on in. A bunch of vills do die. It drops very down into the 50s, but the military numbers are terrifying. Still 100 military for Fairywilde. Game is being cut down to 52. And it's elite Kamik being massed. Also, going to stand with a 6 pierce armor. Will hold up well against Cavalier, but will struggle against hand cannons. Castle number 4 for Gamer. Of course, he's getting a constant trickle of resources from these 2 fate areas as well. They do take up 20 population space each, which is a lot. How could he do this, right? After losing that many Cavalier, I feel like he's just going to focus on hand cannons now because he's got Halber fear. Thanks, Halber. I appreciate that. Couple of bikemen taking jabs. We'll kill some vills. They're full attack rates. 8 petards from Elavid? No. The castle. He doesn't know about the castle. It's only just been built. The castle's only just been built. Now this is hilarious. They're gonna die. The gamer might not notice. So in their set, in game 2, Gamer had the game 1. He would have won 2-0. And Elavid beat him with a petard TC snipe on Hillfort. It was amazing. Gamer was so lost, so confused, but he's got so much vision this time. There's castles everywhere. The petards aren't going to quite do it, but man, could you imagine the reaction if it was to happen to him again? He would have lost his halber shit. I mean, the walls from Elavid make it not impossible, but so much effort to go and attack Ferret to go and attack him that. And there's no gates in there. Ferret's got good vision at this area. He's like, why should I bother? It's not worth the effort. And it does kind of seclude the fight to this area of the map for Elavid and Gamer, which allows Ferret to just nonchalantly walk through. And this side is arguably weaker. The Trebs will range the TC without hitting the castle. It could come from this side. But Ferret doesn't know where the TC is, so can't actually do that. Singular Treb from Fairywilde, from Gamer at the front, gonna try and siege, but there's Arbalest, the Halberdier, Elite Kamayuk, those repairing castles as more castles get added in. Routed shall the Cavalier be as the infantry charge on forward, and Gamer's attention brought back home as one of his castles fall. Good night, miss. Thank you very much for hanging out. Have a fantastic sleep. The reinforcements of Cavalier that should have been sent to the east are instead being sent to the south. And they are not being dealt with very, very well by Gamer. They're just being sent into their deaths. Castle in front of the TC will fall from that volley. Hand cannons forward. At this point, this is where the diplomacy needs to come out. You need to say, Elavid, he's already got a point on us both. We have to stop Fairy. He's literally at my gates. I cannot afford to fight you. We need to stop killing each other. We need to focus on Fairywilde. Not doing that will be a hindrance to us both. University coming in, no doubt 4 ballistics. Maybe masonry as well. See treadmill crane coming from Gamer. That will make you build buildings faster. Now, the hand cannons have to focus the Trebs. The Halb, if they have arson, which I believe they do, could just go and dive the TC as well. Not enough halbs in front. The Gamer needs to micro this. He needs to micro this, and he doesn't. And the TC falls at 55.05. Gamerisdc, first town centre to drop in game 2. And whilst that is happening, his Trebs started attacking Fairywilde's castle, and will continue to do so despite him being out of the game. Yeah, he needed to focus the trebs. He could have repaired the TC. He has the wood. Like, nobody can see this, gamer, but, well, I mean, we can. Bear trying to protect the Halb. Trying to protect the village from the Halb. Does 1 damage per attack. There's nothing else happening on the map right now, so we're going to watch this Halberdier kill everything. Not even low key, J-Bomb. Bro, really? Really? You're just going to ignore the bear attacking you? I'm like, yeah, fuck this mining camp, bro. Okay, Kamukes versus Eagles. I think in match the Kamukes are going to win, but numbers definitely not in your favour there. And now, Slingers needs to be the switch, and look at that, there's already 6 on the field for Fairy. Slingers will destroy everything that Elavid's been making. The Halb there, Jet? Nope. Fortified wall. Did you see, Gamer, have you seen what fucking Elavid's done? The stone wall between him and Fairy basically said to Fairy, you can attack me, but it's going to be a twat if you do. So Fairy like almost had to attack you. I think it was really smart walls by Elavid. 3-3-3s for conversion. True. Again, they can't see that, luckily, because you're out of the game now. Hope you bought Redemption. I don't think either of them have actually scouted the Faterias. Oh, actually, Elavid has. You can only get this one, though. You'd have to kill that castle to get the other. Monk's here as well. Elavid currently controlling 3 workshops, though. Probably doesn't even need the Faterias. 3 workshops in Imperial Age. His resources are going to be zooming in. Look at this. They are flying in right now. Plus, he's got the 1 relic, I think, that you didn't. Pig. I did say this hill might come into effect. Right now, it's a scary spot. Just type exclamation mark chef. Kamukes versus Kamukes. The Onager is blocking, by the way. The Onager is blocking Elavid. Your army can't get through. Elavid. There you go. Bro, what is this path in, bro? Like, my arm's not coming forward, bro. What the hell? Where's Fairy trying to go? The problem is, this corner of the map, man. Elavid is on 7 castles right now. Like, you're not walking in and sniping this. You're just not. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And Fairy says 11. GG. And the snipe from Elavid. I didn't even see it. Comes from the south. Volkansky, he says. These are all live games, Chef. These are all live games. They're playing right now. And Elavid takes the win. Come on.